Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for this video. I haven't vlogged in a while. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't done a reading vlog or filmed a book video in a while because if you haven't heard, I've been in a pretty big reading slump. I'm going on day like 9 at this point. Reading slumps are normal. I haven't been in one in a while, but sometimes you just read a really good book and just can't get into another one. So I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, give it 5 stars, and I just haven't been able to get into a book since then. I started like 5 or 6 books of all different genres and it just like nothing was hitting. I've been, to get over my book slump, going to Barnes & Noble, trying to reread my favorite books, so like Six of Crows. Watching reading vlogs have been really helpful. I usually don't watch YouTube, but over the past like few weeks, I've just been at night. I guess since I've been in a slump, I haven't really been reading. I've just discovered so many good channels. Let me know your guys' favorites so I can have some new channels to watch, but reading vlogs have just been my favorite to watch. So with all that being said, I've decided to do reading thrillers for a week. I know Haley Pham has done this, and this is when she got into like her thriller era because she found some good thriller books. So I guess this is my turn. I don't know which ones I'm gonna be reading, but I have a few here, and then I just started one today as well. So far so good. I did start The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Also, sorry about the lighting. It's like 8 o'clock at night when I'm starting this video. I am 37 pages in. I got this sent to me and Bestie wanted my opinion on it. So if you're watching, you'll be getting my opinion on this book in this video. So far so good. For me, thrillers like Rock, Paper, Scissors, just that one is like in my mind because I just read it, but I was so manipulated by the author and I love being like lied to and like the plot twist being so crazy where like I think of what could happen, but like it's just not it, and that one did it for me. I love a good plot twist. Some books fall flat. Like I read Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I liked how quick it was, short chapters, the writing was really easy to follow. There was one good plot twist, but like at the end I kind of like put the pieces together. But I started with this one because like I said, Paris Apartment was a really quick read. Basically it is about a wedding taking place on a remote island and someone ends up dying, and you kind of go through the day before and the events leading up to it, figure out what happened, who did it, all of that kind of stuff. There's lots of secrets going on. So I started that. These are the books that I might read this week. I don't know which ones I'll get to, which ones I won't. I'm just gonna show you, and then as the week goes on we'll see which ones I get to. The Maidens by Alex, don't know how to say his last name, but he wrote The Silent Patient. I've been dying to read this for so long now. I probably will read this one this week. Bought this one today, Alice Feeney. I was trying to find a different one by her that everyone was recommending me, but they didn't have it. So I was like, I just want to read another one of her books, see if all of them are as good or if I like her writing as much as I thought I did. So this is Daisy Darker. I want to get the other one so bad, so I probably will eventually, but it's not gonna be in this video. Then I've had this for I don't even know how long, over a year. One of Us is Lying. I know this is a duology, a series. I hope I don't have to read the second one when this one ends, but I just don't want to get into a series right now. It's also a show I heard, but it's young adult, so it should be a good read. Excited. Heard a lot about it. And the last one is one of the ones that I started last week that I just couldn't keep reading. I think it was just I wasn't in the mood for this genre. I got 74 pages in. This is They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. I feel like this is more of like a fictional thriller, a mix between just literary fiction and thriller in one, because the main character is a serial killer, but it's not like a mystery of what she's doing and stuff. It seemed good. Like the writing was good, the storyline was good. I just wasn't in the mood for it. Like I literally couldn't get into a book, so it wasn't the book's fault. Was mine. Those are the books that I might be getting to this week. I will update you guys. Hi guys. I got halfway through the book. I'm on page 150. I'm having a love-hate relationship with this book because I got through it quick. Like I said, her books I just read so quick. I don't think it's the way she writes. It's like I'm intrigued to know more, but nothing's happening. I think I'm just waiting so hard for something interesting to go on. I feel like it's just like so much like sketchy stuff going on, but like you don't know what the sketchy stuff is. You get kind of like a little flashback to the wedding night. Someone died. You still don't know who while it's going on, so you don't know who's gonna die. But I'm getting really weird vibes. I don't like any of the characters. The groomsmen, I guess, they're very creepy. They're giving me very much like frat boy in a bad way. And the husband, the groom, I feel like he's coming off very charming and stuff. I feel like he's gonna come out with like a secret or something, or he's gonna be the one that did something bad. Everyone's just sketchy, but I don't know what's really going on. Like somehow things connect. I have one thing that I think is gonna end. Like I don't even know if I'm making sense, but I did get through it fast, and that makes me happy because I haven't been able to get past like a few pages of a book. I'm just like I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's like I'm halfway through. I feel like at least one plot twist or like one something should have happened, but for some reason I'm speeding through, so I'm gonna go finish it. Again, quick read. That's my update. I'm gonna go finish it, and I hope the ending really just delivers for me, because right now it's not delivering, but we'll see. Hold on, why am I mad? Oh, I saw this coming from like 800 miles away. I knew it. I didn't finish, so something else could happen. I'm on page 230 of 300-ish, I think. There's like little things with each of like the characters' point of views that you get. Like she'll put out information about each one, like their secrets or whatever, but she doesn't say what the secret is. It's kind of just a glimpse of what happened or what you could like interpret it as. I'm out of breath because I just walked up the stairs. But this one, like I knew it was coming. I'm so mad. I hate figuring out what it is before, or like thinking of what could happen and it being half true, or like you have a feeling it's gonna happen. So when that part came that I just read, I wasn't surprised, like at all. I'm hoping something else happens that kind of surprises me, because if that's it, I mean I actually don't know who dies, so maybe that's gonna surprise me. But this one part, ugh. And it happened in the Paris apartment. Like the one twist that like really got me was in the middle of the book, but then the end of the book I like kind of guessed. So this one I did guess. Hopefully there's another part that's really gonna get me, but I saw it coming. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna now finish it, and I'll let you know my thoughts at the end. About this book. So the thing is, when I'm reading thriller mysteries, sometimes some of them authors will just put in like little snippets of information about one of the characters' lives, and I'm like, why did they just tell us that? Like, why was that prevalent to the story? And then I'm like, oh, maybe that connects to what happens at the end. That's where my mind goes, and that's how I kind of figured out what was happening and what was gonna happen at the end. I did guess a majority of it as it was unfolding too, but it was good. It didn't surprise me. It didn't give me that like shocked feeling. It was more like, oh, I saw this coming. I did like the way it was written. Obviously I read it pretty fast. I was also in a slump, so that says a lot. I love Lucy Foley, the way she tells the story. It's just the storyline and the actual story that's just not easy for me to figure out, but just like, I don't know. This and the Paris apartment I have as it went on, like it's just the little snippets of information that she includes. Like I'm like, why is she putting that in? And then I'm like, oh, maybe it's because of the end. And then I'm like, maybe this happens, and then usually it's along those lines. But her writing is just so easy to read, understand. It flows, the chapters are short, so this was like such a quick read, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't like amazing, so I would give this like 3.5 stars. But if you're going through it and you're reading it, you're not really thinking about what's happening at the end. I used to read thrillers and mysteries and not try to figure out what's happening at the end, but now while I'm reading, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna figure this one out. So if you go through and you read a thriller or mystery and you're not really trying to crack the code and figure out the plot twist, like this will probably be so good. But I just like, I can't not read them and try to figure out what happened. And this one, I recommend it. Definitely good read. I love her writing. It's just nothing like too crazy, you know. But I'm actually really happy that I read it first, because I feel like it was a good first read after a slump, and also a first good thriller, like to set the tone for this video. I don't know. It was good. It just wasn't anything crazy. So that's my final thought. Okay, here are the next ones. Honestly, I'm feeling this one next, The Maidens. The only thing is, I don't like anything Greek. This is about Greek tragedy professor. I'm hoping there's not too much Greek in this, Greek mythology, but only one way to find out. I did enjoy The Silent Patient. Like the plot twist like shook me. The rest of the story was kind of like very monotone until you got there, and I was just like completely blindsided by it. So I'm hoping this isn't too slow, but I am gonna start this one, I think, next. I will come back, just hit myself in the face with this. I will come back when I'm starting this one. Update. I started Maidens like literally a little bit ago. I'm only like 36 pages in. I just want to say about his writing style, I feel like he's more of a slow burn thriller, kind of like The Guest List, where it's like things are said throughout, but like you're like, how does this all connect? And then at the end you get that like big plot twist or whatever. So I feel like that's what this is. I feel like that's his writing. That's what like The Silent Patient was. I do like his writing. I feel like his writing is very deep. Like not just like surface level storyline about the characters, like more, I don't really know how to explain that one, but I love his writing. The main character, Mariana's husband, did they get married? I don't know. Okay, so her partner died, Sebastian. She is a group therapist, so she has like kind of, not a creepy member, but like one that's very troubled in her group. Then she gets a call from her niece saying turn on the news. The news says that a redhead has died from like stabbing where the niece lives. She's at college over there, and then Mariana ends up taking the train to go over there, but Zoe, the niece, thinks that it's her friend that died, that was murdered. I guess now we're gonna figure out. Mariana suspects it being the professor. I guess she's gonna go to the college and and kind of get creepy vibes from the professor. Like, I'm not sure how she meets the professor or whatever, but she's on the train right now going to meet up with Zoe at her college. It's like with the slow burn ones, I feel like I'm trying to figure out more and more what the plot twist is gonna be. Like, when a little detail comes, a new character's introduced, I'm like, oh, he did it, or this is what they did. Like, I feel like inclined to try to figure out what's going on, whereas like if it's like at the end of every chapter and it's like you get a little something that's kind of like a mini plot twist, then I feel like I'm not as interested or more like hyper aware of figuring out the plot twist. So far so good. I'm only 30 pages in. But okay, I'm gonna keep reading, come back with updates. Also, the chapters are pretty short, which I'm loving. And there's also like a little, I don't know who wrote it, but like one of the chapters is someone's writing. I don't know if it's a diary, but the date is on it. I don't know who's writing it. They didn't say. Very interesting, but I'm gonna keep reading. I think I'm like a little over halfway. It doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm just halfway. But I'm on page 177. I'm on part 2. So like after part 2 part 3. Like after every part comes, like it goes back to chapter 1. Like chapter 1 of part 3. Which is interesting. But this is reminding me honestly a lot of Silent Patient, because in Silent Patient the main like narrator character is a psychotherapist or whatever. And like he is kind of going through the woman's life that he's trying to like figure out about her past and stuff. So he like goes through the people in her life and like tries to figure things out about why she's not speaking anymore, whatever. This one, she's also like she's a psychotherapist, or she's some kind of group therapist, and she's also going through this guy's life and just like the murder investigation and trying to figure things out. So it's kind of giving like the same type of vibes and like kind of different ways, but I don't know, it kind of reminded me of that when she was like doing some investigating skills. I'm really liking it. There is some stuff that's thrown in there that's like Greek mythology. Like I knew it was gonna be because I saw the reviews and I read the back. It's just like there's Greek things involved, but it's not overbearing. Like it's not too much. The author does a good way of like including it, but also explaining it for people, I guess, like me, that don't know what it is or like what it's about. So like it's not confusing in any way. Like you don't have to go in here like knowing Greek mythology to understand it, which I really like. It's not bothering me. Usually Greek mythology, like in books, like Song of Achilles I didn't love because like I don't like care about Greek mythology, but this isn't like in your face. It's like really good. So far I'm halfway, so I don't know exactly how that all wraps up. I have a few predictions, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna find out soon. I'm hoping today I finish. I do have a lot of other videos to film, so I don't know, but I mean, how many pages are in this? 333. So yeah, I have about 150. I don't know math, but I don't have too much left. I'm halfway, so hopefully finish this soon. I'm very excited. It's really good. It's like the slow burn, but it's not like too slow where I'm like bored of what's gonna happen, like something else literally just happened, and I'm really enjoying it, so that's good. I actually didn't think I was gonna enjoy this too much. I thought I was gonna be really bored, which I'm not. The chapters are so short too, which is really helping me out. I'm gonna keep reading. I'll come back with any other updates. I'm excited. Hold on, this is crazy. This is crazy. Things are happening. I'm reading. I have like a little less than 100 pages left. Okay, so like I said, it's reminding me so much of Silent Patient. I'm reading, and the main character went to her like mentor therapist. The therapist said, you may find it helpful to talk to Theo. And I'm like, why does that sound like familiar? Like, who is Theo? Theo Faber. She's going to meet with him. Is that not the guy from the Silent Patient? Yes, it is. Why is this the coolest thing ever? But I thought that he would, I don't want to spoil this. Something happened at the end of this book. I knew it was so similar, like it's written the same, it has the same like back and forth between present time and like someone writing a story, not a story, like a personal thoughts. Theo Faber. This is the coolest thing. So definitely read this first, because now it's fun, because now we're seeing Theo in this book. I love when characters from other books from the same author like show up in other ones. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go finish. I know I said that last time, but like now I am. This came after the Silent Patient, but I guess this storyline happened before what happened in Silent Patient. Like this is in like previous years, I guess. At the end of this chapter, when she's meeting with Theo. In the Silent Patient, if you don't know, Theo was the psychotherapist that was on the case, or he went into the kind of place that this woman was at, and she randomly one day shot her husband and hasn't talked since, and he's like trying to get her to talk again. And her name's Alicia Benson or whatever. Berenson. And at the end of this chapter, he said that he's looking for a new job or whatever. She pulls out her Journal of Psychiatry book, and she was like, look, what do you think? There's a position of forensic psychotherapist at the Grove, a psychiatric unit. He was like, the Grove, isn't that where they sent Alicia Berenson after she killed her husband? And then he was like, the painter who won't talk. And she was like, oh, I remember, maybe you should apply for the job, get her talking again. And he was like, perhaps I will. I love when that happens. That was literally the best part of the book so far. Okay, now I'm gonna continue reading. That was good. Guys, it's almost over and I think I know what's about to happen. Like, I've been trying to guess this whole time of like what's going on. It's like anyone, like when we get close to the end of the thriller, we're trying to put the pieces together ourselves, and that's what I'm doing, and I think I got it this time. I'll let you know if I'm right. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. In case I am right, don't want to spoil anything. Probably won't be, but you never know. I think I'm about to find out, and I'm really excited, kind of nervous. I hope it's satisfying. The way my tripod is right there, like why can't I just use it? Why do I need to lean my camera on other things? I don't know. It's not over though, so I don't know if I was right. Oh my god, part 6. Oh my god, no way. I don't know the answer of the murderer and stuff, like something else happened and I am just completely shook. I mean, I guessed some of it, like I guessed like the person, I guess. I don't know, I'm gonna come back when I'm done. I have like 10 pages left. Okay, I finished. Throughout the book, I feel like in just thrillers, you're kind of trying to think of like out of the box things and like reasons how it could end. This one, the whole time, I don't want to say anything, but I was thinking it had to be this person. I just know it, like I felt it, and I was like kind of right. I was trying to connect it with the Greek stuff that he included. There was a lot of it, but like it was explained well, it made sense. I actually enjoyed it. Don't let that throw you off. It's not like that confusing. Like he kind of explains it in an easy way, but the ending, it wasn't completely what I thought, but it had like little pieces of what I was trying to put together, because he also does a good job of having so many different characters that you could think did it and think different ways it could end. I guess some of it, but not all of it. But I liked the whole storyline. The chapters were incredibly short, which made me read it so much quicker, because I was like, okay, I can just finish another chapter. I can just finish another chapter. I'm very happy that I read it. I like the way that he writes. It makes you think, you know, it's not just like straight up the story and what's going on. There's like more deeper sentences sometimes. I don't know why I'm holding the silent patient. I recommend. I think I'm gonna rate this, I don't know, I might give this like 4.5. I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit, but right now it's like a 4-star. Like this wasn't the best thriller ever, but it definitely made you think, and I liked the storyline. It was different, you know, it wasn't just straight up murder mystery. Like there were like different elements, so I liked that. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Okay. That was fun. I liked that one. Okay, next on our list, I think we're gonna do the Alice Feeney book. I just can't stop looking at it. A few people said this is their favorite book of the year so far. Obsessed with Rock, Paper, Scissors by her, so I think it's only right that we read another book by her. I Want to Be Manipulated Again. This is just basically a family reunion on, I think it's an island. Yeah, tiny tidal island. There's a storm and Nana is found dead, and then another family member follows. They're all trapped on the island. They have to figure out what happened. I said this in like a TikTok vlog when I bought this. I wonder if this is like one of those family murder mysteries where they're killing everyone because they want the will and like the money. So I hope it's not one of those, because I feel like that's usually like thing with like an inheritance and people are like dying. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna go start this. I will give updates. I'm so excited. Silly headband in right now because my hair is a mess, but I just woke up and where's the book? Didn't read a lot yesterday because I ended up going to the Harry concert. Literally refreshed. Let me show you how many times I refreshed Ticketmaster. This has nothing to do with the video, but I just think I should tell you guys why it's taking me so long to read this book. Not because it's not good. Look how many times I refreshed Ticketmaster hoping they would put up face value tickets. Just wait. So all day long, I was just refreshing. I wasn't like expecting to go, but then like literally 5 p.m., 2 tickets in like one of the lower bowl sections came up for face value. I told my friend, I was like, why wouldn't we? You know, why wouldn't we go? So we went. Best night ever. He played Medicine. It was like an out-of-body experience, I think. But that's why I haven't been reading a lot. But I'm back. Today, I'm just gonna binge this book. I don't know if this is gonna be the last one of the series. this is not a series, this is a video of the video, because tomorrow's Sunday, so that would be a week from today, and this would be my third book. We'll see. I was right, like literally in the beginning of the book, this isn't a spoiler, the family gathers at the little house that Nana has lived at, and she tells everyone her will and like what's on it, and then literally Nana dies. So I still have a feeling that it's not 100% about the will, but that's just like my prediction. Like it's always ones like that. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'll be right. We'll see. I won't give anything away, obviously, but everyone's saying this is amazing. And I don't know, it's like kind of slow for me. Slower than rock, paper, scissors, but it's still good. Hopefully this one throws me for a loop just like the other one. I'm gonna go read. Bye. Because I'm almost finished with the book, and I was just gonna finish and then update you guys when I was done of what's going on. But I'm on page 243, so I have about 75 pages left, I think. Okay, so I think I know who it's not who's doing this, and I have a few people in mind who I think is doing it. I can't figure out why they are. There's like a very blatant reason, but I feel like that's not it. If I know Alice Feeney from Rock, Paper, Scissors, like it's gonna blow my mind. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very disappointed. It's like I'm going really slow through this book just because the storyline is like not my favorite. Like the whole murder mystery, killing one by one, someone's doing it. Like I feel there's a lot of movies and books like that, but the way she's doing it is very interesting because I actually don't want to say it, but you get a lot of like their past growing up, and like no one in this family is like, I don't like any one of them. They're all bad people. Not bad people, but they just like aren't nice people. I feel like I have a list of people who I think could be doing it and a list of people who I know just didn't do it, but I'm hoping I'm completely wrong and my mind is blown. So that's my update. I just needed to tell you guys that I'm almost done and I have suspects. I'll let you know when I finish. Fingers crossed that it's 5 stars. Right now it's not. Right now it's like 4, but we'll see. I knew it. Hold on, let me keep going. I think I knew it. I found one thing out, guessed it right, so that was kind of underwhelming, but then this whole other plot twist happened and now I am completely shook. I can't say anything because I don't want to give it away, obviously, if anyone's gonna read this, but it's crazy, and now I'm about to find out one more thing. I have the person in my head, I have the guess in my head, and if I turn the page, we'll see if I'm right. I'll tell you right now if I'm right. Yeah, I was. I knew it. What do I even say right now? I can confidently say that Alice Feeney, is a master manipulator. It's like I can guess parts of the story, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna get her this time. Rock, paper, scissors. I guessed a part of it, but then she manipulated the crap out of me. And I guessed the part in this. Like I said like I knew it. But that wasn't all of it. This happened, the ending of this kind of happened in another book that I read. It was just done so bad. And I think that ruined the way this ended for me. The way that this was written and the way that it led up to it and we found out. And then the explanation and everything, like it hit. It definitely hit and I loved it. I will say that the beginning was slower for me because you're trying to connect the dots. She does a good way of like, you suspect so many people of doing whatever's happening in the book. But like the storytelling, the past and like everything, trying to connect the dots, it was really slow in the beginning. Like it took me a good amount of time to get through the first quarter. Even though it was interesting, it was still a little harder for me to get through, but I don't know. Her writing is done just so well. I love her writing. I think I'm an Alice Feeney stan. Today's Sunday. This is the last day. It's been a week. I only read 3 this week. I thought I was gonna read more, but I'm just getting out of a slump, so I feel like 3 is a good accomplishment, honestly. Alice Feeney is my new favorite, and I looked at her Instagram last night. Rock, Paper, Scissors is coming out on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure another one of hers, so I read somewhere, might be, was it Hulu? I might be making that up, but I think. Anyway, I think I'm gonna rate this 4.5, maybe 4 stars. I don't know, I'm gonna think on this one. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Highly recommend. I think that Alice Feeney is my new fave author right now for like the thriller world. Okay, let's do a little wrap up. These were the books that I read this week. If you're gonna read any from this video, definitely Daisy Darker. I also just found out this is her new release. I had no idea. Like this literally just came out. Didn't love the guest list. I mean, I like her writing because it's like easy reads, easy stories, but hers is like less like huge plot twist. Like you kind of put the pieces together and it like wraps up at the end with like a crazy ending. I don't know. Hers isn't like out of left field really. I feel like you can put the pieces together. At least I can with this one in Paris Apartment, but I don't know how I feel about her books. I have to read another one by her. This one's done really well. I like his writing because it's very eerie and like mysterious as you're reading it. He also had this way of writing where you're suspecting more than one person and you're trying to figure it out. I did kind of put the pieces together by the end of it, but I liked the way that it went throughout the whole book. The chapters were like incredibly short, so this was fun to read. I love his writing. He's more mysterious though, definitely more deep. And then obviously we just talked about this one. I love Alice Feeney. What can I say? I love her. Thank you for coming along this journey of reading thrillers with me. It was really fun. I need to take a little bit of a break. I need to read a romance or maybe a fantasy or something, and we'll see what that is. I have no idea what I'm gonna read next, but it feels good also to be out of a slump and just like reading books for enjoyment. This month I'm taking it not slow, but I'm not gonna like run through books. I feel like the past month, honestly just summer, I've read like a lot. One, because I feel like in summer, I've said in the beginning before summer started, like summer's just my month to read. Like it feels good. I was also filming a lot of videos that like required me to read more, but I think I'm just gonna take it a little slower, do more reading vlogs when I'm reading. I just want to enjoy it a little more this month, you know, take a breath. I don't need to read 20 books in a month. And you know, it's good if I do. It's also good if I don't. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these. If you have any that you think I would enjoy. I feel like you've kind of gotten my taste in thrillers from authors I like and books I've read and opinions and stuff at this point, but definitely let me know. This was really fun to film and really fun to read. And I'm really happy that I love Alice Feeney now because I'm gonna go binge her other books. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bye!